Hi, this is Frank Schaeffer here. You know, I want to answer Donald Trump. I want to answer his view of the world. I come from a very different background. In fact, here's a memoir of mine I wrote a few years ago that got a lot of attention called Crazy for God. And the subtitle is How I Grew Up as One of the Elect, Helped Found the Religious Right, and Lived to Take All or Almost All of it Back. You know, what the Donald is doing really depends on what the religious right did in the 70s and 80s. When we opened the door to hate and exclusion as a political method. That was then developed by Fox News into an art form. The Koch brothers financed the Tea Party, turned it into a bogus organization that represents their view of what big oil, big money, and the 1% need. Now we come to a time when Donald Trump holds himself up as the answer to America's problems, but I have another question to ask him and anybody who supports him first. Why should we admire someone who is in the grip of a consumerist ethic that has replaced religion, spirituality, love, and kindness to the extent that he actually brags about wealth? Who gives a shit about the amount of money you have? You know what I care about? What I care about in my office in there are the little notes from my grandchildren on my wall saying, I love you. I care about the little clay sculptures my 5-year-old grandson Jack made, and the first piece of writing that Lucy did next to my desk when she was 5. I care about the hug I get from Nora, who's 18 months old, who looks at me with unconditional love. Isn't that what life's about? Who gives a crap about another chandelier torn out of some crappy casino that looks like garbage and turned into a penthouse that somebody like Trump lives in? Who wants this as a model for success? What does success mean anyway? You know, one thing, my parents, they may have been fundamentalists, but they got one thing right. They thought that as followers of Jesus, success meant the content of your character measured by how you treated other people, including strangers and immigrants and black people and brown people and your neighbor. When did this change? When do we admire braggart, loudmouth bullies who say they want to punch someone in the mouth who stands up in a political rally to disagree with them? This neo-fascistic, racist pig does not represent me or most Americans. I really have to believe that. And you know what? This tail end of this horrible anti-Obama reaction by people who just can't tolerate a black man in the White House, moreover, a black man who, as our latest economic figures show once again, has saved our country and is one of our best presidents. They just can't take it. And so they're embracing someone who brags about money. Money, the least interesting part of life. Career and ambition and striving isn't what makes a difference. It's the unconditional love we have in our families. That's all that matters, Donald Trump. That's all that matters. Thank you. My name's Frank Schaeffer. Thanks.